Hello, friends. In this episode, I would like to talk about the stock market, money, and finance. Stock market, people say that it's purely depending on luck, but I believe that stock market is a game of probability and it's a strategy, and it involves lots of permutations and combinations, and you must be willing to take risk, and sometimes you fail, sometimes you succeed, but fairly overall you succeed if you have a strategy and if you believe in a probability. These are all the idea, and apart from that you need to have models, methods, and frameworks, and you have to work on them rigorously. There are some Nobel laureates like Daniel Kahneman. So these people, they worked on this models. Then they created some models, and Daniel Kahneman wrote a book, Thinking Slow, Thinking Fast. Like that, book he wrote, and it is a very best-selling book, and he passed away some 2 years ago. So he did a lot of things, and he was basically a psychologist, and also became an economist, and he advocated this uh, 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 biases, heuristics, all those things he advocated, and he won a Nobel Prize. So now, keeping this major aspect aside, when you want to make money in a stock market, you should have a lot of patience, and you should have a strategy, and you should be willing to take a risk, and you must be prepared to fail. And sometimes people fail, and but you fail, and then again you learn, and you should never give up. But unfortunately, most of the people, they give up because when they lose money, they fear, and they go out of the game. So if you are very persistent, and if you are very consistent, and if you are willing to take risk, and if you are very passionate about uh, stock market, definitely you can make money. Now, coming to this stock market, there are different ways of investments. You can go for primary market, secondary market, and some 30 years back, even I was applying for IPOs very long back, and it was oversubscribed, and I was selling, and I was getting money, but not it was not regular. Sometimes I was getting money, but nowadays what's happening? IPOs are already hyped, and they are highly priced, and and they are not getting any returns. So best thing is you directly go for directly buy from the stock market and invest, rather than applying for IPOs. So most of this IPO, some of the IPOs are being delayed because of the volatility in the market, and because of the uncertainty in the market, and they are waiting for a very long time. But my personal view is that you should not go for direct for applying for IPO. Best thing is to directly buy in the stock market, and check both the fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Then have a long term horizon, and then you have to go for stock market. Now, keeping other aspects of money and investments, you can invest into gold, you can invest into stock market, you can invest into real estate. So there are several different routes of making money, but for that you must be willing to take a risk, and you must have patience, and you should do a lot of research, lot. Unfortunately, people don't research; they go by head mentality, and they lose money. Most of the retail investors, they lost money. Recent past, people went. They were running behind this crypto. Then again, there was a correction. Then again, then metal prices went up. The gold prices were very high. then again they dropped. So people go by mentality, and they lose money. Ultimately, it's the retail investors, they lose money. And this those are professional investors, they know when to enter and they know when to exit. Of course, you can't time the market, but you should avoid this head mentality. Best thing is to research a lot and look at the fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Then you should have a long horizon. When you do so, then you'll be able to make money. Again, you can't get amazing returns. You can't get 10x, 100x, or something of that kind. It's very rare to get. Then again, when we talk about this gold and silver, gold is the safe haven, and silver is volatile. And now, silver is very volatile, and nowadays silver is used for EVs and chips and various other aspects. So there is a demand, but again, it's very volatile. If you want to leverage volatility, then you can go for investing in silver, and you can get decent returns. But overall, gold is the safe haven. But again, few weeks ago, Sri Narendra Modi ji has told not to buy for gold, and decrease foreign tourism. So like that, certain things he has advocated because of the challenges we are having. That because of the devaluation of rupee. So because of these factors, he has done it, and it's good for the country as a whole. But keeping these aspects again, the India's growth story is very intact, and we are very strong and bullish, and GDP is good, and an average Indian population are young with an average age of 28 and 28 years of age, and then 1.4 billion consumers. So these are all the advantages we are having. So India is the fifth or sixth largest economy. The numbers keep changing every day, but overall, we are very much optimistic about India's growth story and GDP. So we can believe in stock market, and people are having nowadays. People are more mature and more cautious. So you should emphasize financial literacy, which was missing in the past. I'm 63 years old. Still, I have financial challenges because I never craved for money. I craved for sharing my knowledge. That was my personal story. But keeping it aside, let me share with you my challenge that I had a stroke 5 years ago. I am gradually recovering. So these are the ideas and insights about money and investments. And you be rational, not emotional, and have a long view. And don't go by the head mentality. And there are small caps, mid caps, and large caps. So large caps usually you get around 12%, and they are safe. Then mid caps can get more returns. Then again, you have to be very careful. Then again, you can go for small caps. Small caps are very volatile, but if you are very smart and brilliant, you can get a lot of money from small caps. So then again, we can't generalize the things. So we have to very much. These are all subject to market conditions and risks. So what went in the past can't performance is not an indication. So we have to be very careful, and you have to take your own. You have to make your own choices to make money in stock market. So precisely, everyone can make money in stock market. Only thing, you have to be very optimistic. You have to be rational, and you have to have. You should wait for the results. You should take risk, and not to take a risk is also a risk. Above all, failure is only a comma, not a full stop. And I request you to consider subscribing to my channel and sharing with your networks. With gratitude.